The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the February 7th, the fantastic Friday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I am absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, and that's this. This next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. Well, you can pick up that phone. You just can't dial in. But you can send me an email. Please send that off early. Send it to steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, just put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tigers Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go and get this show started on Fabulous Friday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. We begin our day with most indices trading to the downside. Dow's down 233, S&P 31, NASDAQ 100, 160, 153, Russell's down 21, the transports are off 39, semis are down 66, NASDAQ Composite is down 166, the New York Stock Exchange is up 20 points. So gold is trading down to $28.98, that's up $22. Silver's up 21 cents at $32.84. Light sweet crude is up 28 cents, printing out $70.89. You've got what else is worthwhile to look at out here? So we've got gold right now. You can see that we took out the high from 2 days ago. That was high from February 25th. The high out there was 29.06. Today, so far, we've gotten to 29.1060. Now, what that's done is that has triggered a daily TD9, a potential daily TD9 count top. What that means is that, assuming that it doesn't sell off. So today, price must close above 28.5710 to form bar number 8. On Monday, price must close above 28.7710 in order to form bar number 9 out there. So it doesn't look like, even to the downside, if it were to form a TD9 count top, you'd see gold moving too much to the downside. Now, price is taking on the top of a new profile. It's bearish in structure. A close about 28.92 would be another bullish signal. Remember, the TD9 count tops can form on bars 8, 9, or the bar following bar number 9. So maybe it's not until Tuesday when that pattern actually comes to fruition. On a weekly basis, gold is going to negate its weekly TD9 count top. That's a pattern that went ahead to form back in November 1st. Out there, that is a bullish signal. That's triggering an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. We're not so worried about that right now because of the daily TD9 count topping potential out there. And on the monthly, unless I put the continuous contract up there, we can do that just for the heck of it. Let's just see what the monthly tally is if we really are in bar number 8 on a monthly time frame. And I don't know the answer to that. I just have limited data when I pull up the April contract as we go back to take a look at monthly bars out there. I don't know why it's taking so long to populate here, but it is what it is. But I want to be able to give you that great information out there, whether it is or is not forming a TD9 count pattern. And the answer is, yeah, we are in bar number 8 of a TD9 count on a monthly basis. Now, what that says is that you could form a top between February and March. February and April of this year out here. But we'll pay attention to the daily time frame as well. Is there anything else really worth looking at out here? If we just look at that cash indices, let's take a look at the Dow just for the heck of it. It's trading down 253 points. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over, take a look at the daily equity future contracts in a moment. But with regard to the Dow still has a daily TD9 count topping pattern. Right now, price is testing this oscillator and change line, and that's currently, this is the cash indice at 44,598. Let's move over to those daily equity future contracts to see what they're doing out here. We begin with the ES Mini, the one on the left-hand side. So we know that three of the four actually now, with that rally this morning inside of the ES Mini, got it up towards its descending trend line. So we started the week testing either prior swing points. In the case of the ES Mini, it was a swing point from January 27th. We tested the low, we rejected it, and we've rallied up now to test that descending trend line. In the case of the NQ, it was a test of the swing point high. It was the bullish hammer candle from January 13th out there. It was tested, rejected. Price rallied up into descending trendline resistance. In the case of the Dow equity future contract, when it pulled back on Monday, it was a test of profile support. In the case of the Russell 2000, it was a test of the top of its bullish hammer candle, its Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom from January the 13th. And it's rallied right up, or did rally right up into profile resistance. So support held and resistance is held. Sounds like a consolidating, choppy market to me. If you review those four contracts, they really tell you the picture out there. Now, there is a new profile that's attempting to form inside the ES Mini. And this profile is inside of the prior profile. That's the message of a consolidation. When a profile forms inside a prior profile, it tells you the message is a consolidation out there. Nonetheless, we won't know whether this profile will confirm or not until Sunday at 6:01. But right now we use the data, and the data is this: you've got resistance at 61.2650, and you have support at 60.2040. There are no other new profiles for the daily equity future contracts out here, so let's take a deep dive into maybe what's going on intraday. So let's do that, and we've got gold up on our screen out here. I'll go to the intraday on the ES in a moment, but first, if we take a look at gold, we had mentioned that today is likely going to form bar number 8. You've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top that's in place. That took place at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. We need a close above 29.06 to negate that topping pattern. Rhodes Momentum Indicator top also on the 4-hour time frame chart, again, needs a close above 29.06 there. So that's number to be watching to the upside is 29.06. Moves lower out there, it'd really be profile areas, 28.71, 28.65. Those would be areas. I don't see anything that suggests that we head down there, but you do have a TD9 count top on the 10-minute time frame chart, and that could suggest at least a pullback to the 28.83 level. 28.83 is its TD9 count breakout level for the 10-minute time frame. Let's put up the ES Mini out here, see what we've got going on there. Try to get some signals out of here, see what that push lower was doing earlier this morning. And then you've got that profile that had just really recently formed out there. In fact, I've got it on this screen as well. So now I'm just looking at the intraday charts while they populate, see if there was any kind of signals. For example, the 60-minute time frame we can see had a Rhodes Momentum Indicator topping pattern. Price found support at its breakout level. Now, it's 11:14, so we've got 45 minutes. That was at 60.7350. So if we get a close at 11:30, this is hourly chart, at 12 noon, below 60.7350, that's going to be a signal that we should expect or anticipate lower price. Now, I say that's a 60-minute time frame chart. What could get in the way would be any kind of bottom signals on the 30, 15, and 10. We don't have any kind of bottom signals on the 2-hour time frame chart. It is trading below profile support at 60.76. May hold that at the end of the bar out there. In the case of the 4-hour time frame chart,
if you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Folks, sorry about that. Wasn't paying attention to the clock. Don't even know where I left off, but I tell you where I'm going to begin, and that's we're going to begin with some of the requests that have come in. The first one coming in from Brent in Martinez, California. He wants to take a look at ticker symbol SWKS, which gapped down last night. This looks like the opening chart on last Sunday evening, when we had on the 30-minute time frame, we had all 4 equity future contracts gap down to form the bar following bar number 9, and that had identified a bottom out there. Well, that's the pattern that is in place out here right now. You had that big gap down, a gigantic gap down yesterday. Boy, you can see, Brent, that was a TD9 count bottom pattern. What this suggests is that price could rally up towards its oscillator and change line up in the 82.56-ish type area out there. That's the good news. The bad news is that there's an A to B equals CD to the downside, and it's been confirmed. It's a monthly A to B equals CD pattern. It's really a weekly as well, I would think. And if we take a look at a monthly basis, just to give you the larger picture out here, the swing point was October of 2022, and there were 45 million shares that traded hands. This month, we're already at 32 million shares. It's only the 7th. So, now the thing is that it has to close below this swing point low. Maybe it doesn't do that. That's 76.16 out there. But if I look at the weekly time frame chart, we can draw in an A to B equals CD pattern for sure. We can draw in a bunch of them. But the one that we would draw in, the one that matches what we just looked at, the swing point was a TD9 count bottom on October the 14th. This is the weekly time frame chart. There was 12.9 million shares that week that changed hands. So far this week, we've done 32 million shares. So you have a confirmed weekly A to B equals CD pattern to the downside out there. No bottoming signal on the daily, no bottoming signal on the monthly time frame. So what that is suggesting is that it's possible this is just a counter trend rally. Now, if we take a look at the daily chart out here, this had formed a top on January 21st out there. And since then, we've seen two bar rallies out there. So today would become bar number 1 of that rally. Monday would be bar number 2 of that rally. Is it a bottom? Brett, you've got that confirmed weekly A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. The monthly takes you down to 0. So I don't think that this has taken us to 0 down there with regard to the A to B equals CD pattern. But the best that I can say, it does have a daily TD9 count bottom. Today's going to be bar one of a rally. Likely you get maybe at least get 2 bars, even if it's just a counter trend move. But price should go target that 82.50-ish type area out there. So I hope that helps you out, Brent. And thanks so much for your request this week. Dunk inside the Tigers Den wants to look at CFLT. So let's go put that up on our screen. It's trading out at 30.34. It's trading with inside its daily profile. That profile range, support 27.85. Resistance is in a zone 29.45 to 30.51. Price is testing a swing point, I guess you could call it. That was a bar number 9 of a TD, but it's really testing the swing point out here from January 28th. And there was 8.7 million shares that traded hands that day. So far today, less than 2 hours of trading, 1.2 million shares. So you're about a 4 million share a day, 4 or 5. You're coming in that swing point with light volume. If price closes above 30.51, maybe price is going to gravitate up towards that high, and that high being 32.10. The weekly time frame, which has a TD9 count top, looks like it completed its work to the downside. Why? Because it took price all the way back to its bullish structured profile. The bottom of that profile was 25.98. The low was 26.04. You got to love it. Now, with price trading inside a bullish structured profile, trading above its green oscillator and change line, it increased the odds of a move up to the 32.92 level out there. So you're really dealing with the daily chart, clearing profile resistance at 30.51, Duncan. And the monthly chart, I don't know that it really is coming into play at this moment in time. So that's what we see when we take a look at CFLT. Hope that helps you out. Mr. Bill wanted to take a look at Amazon. AMZN, of course, is the ticker symbol out there. And you got, was it Amazon you want to look at? Or was it Google? Somebody wanted Google, I think. Somebody wanted Amazon. Stevie may have screwed this up, and I may have screwed up even the way I wrote things down. There's Amazon. Okay, all right. So there was Google. There was a request for Google. I just forgot to write who it was for. Doesn't matter. What Google has is a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. What price is doing on the daily time frame is testing profile support. Don't know whether it will hold at day's end, it being 188.92. So that's the level. Whoever had made that request about Google, you want to see, does it hold that area? If it doesn't, it suggests lower price. Now, lower price on the daily time frame, its price target would become the level where it broke out from. And that level was established by that TD9 count pattern, and that's at 168.75. So you got to watch a daily profile. Again, that's at 188.02. We're coming down and we're testing a hammer candle that formed back on January 13th. 13 million shares traded that day. So far, you're down with 11 million shares. So you're really pushing with volume to the downside. The weekly chart, even though I gave you 168.75, what you should see is that at 184.10, we've got the top of its profile. The top of its profile is at 184.10. So that would be the next level of support to the downside. It shows a bar number 9, but price looks like it'll close below the close of bar number 5, so that pattern goes away. Instead, it just simply will be a sell the D point top with this big old bear sash candle. The monthly chart right now is testing profile support, so you got an area here to be watching as well. That's the top of its profile, 187.13. So if we see a move below 187.13, I think that's the trigger that gets us to 184.10. We get below 184.10, that triggers us to get to 168.75 out there. So that's what I see, and taking a look at Googly one out there, whoever had that request. What I do know is Mr. Bill, oh, that was your request as well, Dunk. Okay, great, thanks. Glad that at least I didn't overlook it. Amazon, Mr. Bill wants to take a look at Amazon, which gap to the downside. Though Amazon, they came out with earnings. Is that what it was? They came out with earnings last night. It's right now, it's just a test of its bullish structure daily profile, Mr. Bill. That trading range out here is between the level of 229.96 and 231.57. So far that is held. There was a kind of a swing point, really, if you will, on January 27th, 49 million shares traded hands. We're moving down with 37. So we're moving into that level with volume. The question is, will support hold? You have both support on the daily time frame, the bottom of its profile. You also have the green oscillator and change line for its weekly time frame. And that level for it is at 230.16. That's what we're trading right now. We are trading into support. Daily has a top. The work to the downside could be done as long as it holds support out there, because that's really what tops are meant to do, is just really go test support. Now, when they break support, we look for the next level of support out there. We just kind of take this, just like the football game on Sunday. Everybody's going to kind of go through their steps out there, and tick them off one at a time. That's why we use these multi-time frame charts, so that we have a better picture of what is the message of the markets out there. So, Mr. Bill, I hope that helped you out with regard to Amazon. And as always, thanks for your request. YOY wants to look at the GDX. So let's pull up the charts for the GDX. We're going to take a look at these really when we come back from the break. What I do see, though, is a bar number 9 that's been triggered inside the GDX today. So this is one bar ahead of the gold contract. Remember, look at gold on daily basis. It had bar number 8 for me today. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This year has already been a wild ride for the market. We started off heavily in the red, reversed back to all-time highs, and we now have a trade war looming. Trying to play this chop as an individual trader leads to death by 1,000 cuts. Where does this market go next? Should I add to this position or cut my losses? Where is the next opportunity? Tariffs? Trade wars? Analysis paralysis. Don't become a victim of this intense market. Instead, join Larry Pesavento for the second and fourth Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading. Larry has been through many markets just like this one, and the insight he provides is invaluable. The events for this month are February 14th and 21st, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time. Get in here and let's start trading. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at the charts here for the GDX, the gold miner ETF out there. You can see on a weekly basis, Bing has been on a tear. We have just got a series of higher lows out there, of higher highs each week. We are in week number 6 of consecutive moves to the upside. Now, the GDX is testing a swing point on a weekly basis. The swing point was October 25th. The low of that swing point is 41.40. The high of the week so far has been 41.75. You can see we're trading below that. Now, the volume on that candle is 118 million shares, the candle of October 25th. This week so far, we have generated 76 million shares. So price is moving into that swing point with lighter volume. If price closes today below 41.40, you'll have a test and rejection of a swing point on lighter volume. As Tom used to say, if you can't bust them to the upside, you try to bust them to the downside. Now, the reason why I started with the weekly chart is because I don't know where price is going to close, but if we look at the daily time frame chart, today will become bar number 9. So we're just kind of putting these things together here. Bar number 9, now a top can form a bar number 8, has to be the high. Number 9, that is the high of the pattern so far, or the bar following bar number 9. So it does look like we're about to get, I would say, a short-term topping pattern here inside the GDX. Kind of the opposite of what we looked at with Brent for SWKS, where price should rally up towards its oscillator and change line. In the case of the GDX, it should retrace to its oscillator and change line. So the first level of support, in lieu of any new profiles that form between now and then, 39.51 would be the price target out there. But 40.47 is the top of that monthly profile. So it's possible, slightly possible, that too could be support. So with regard to the GDX, you may get a weekly test rejection of a swing point on lighter volume, combined with a daily TD9 count top. And then with 6 weeks to the upside in a row, looks like we could be getting ready for some type of retracement. Is it a top of significance? That I don't know. But that's what we've got going on with the GDX. YOY, hope that helps you out. We had a request from Big B to take a look at Nordic American tankers out there. So let's pull that chart up on our screen, see what we can find out here. NAT right now is testing oscillator and change line support at $2.70. It closed yesterday below the bottom of its profile. So if a close below 270 would lead us to lower price. See if there's anything else out there. So it's a TD9 count top, but we don't have any kind of a bottom on the daily time frame. Just right now, watching that 271 level. The weekly time frame is nothing more than a consolidation, Big B, with inside its weekly profile. It is 249 to 286. Now, the monthly chart has some promise to it. So does the weekly chart. It was a TD9 count bottom. And so does a daily chart. It's a TD9 count bottom. So I would say, what would I say? I say this right now is in the undecided territory. It's below profile support at 280, and it's above its oscillator change line at 271. I would be guessing as to what it's trying to do out here. Now, last time price was down in this area was on February 3rd. There was 1.5 million shares that traded hands that day. So far, we're at 317,000. So it's about a 1.2 million share day out there. I don't even know. That's like a random piece of information that's not really going to help us much out there. So I'm undecided with regard to Nordic American tankers. But there was a request to take a look at Star Bulk shippers as well to see which of those two were the best of breed, so to speak. Well, on a monthly basis, we look at SBLK. We do not see that bottom pattern. We do not see that TD9 count bottom pattern, but we do on the weekly time frame. So that's got that bottom price trying to stay inside its profile out there. It's got resistance at 1576, 1635 on a weekly time frame. And on the daily time frame, you've got a TD9 count top. That formed about 4 days ago. So that TD9 count top, boy, it's just been a real sideways consolidation out there. Which of the two are better? Well, this one's still going to pull back, is likely to pull back further. After forming that TD9 count top and now trading below the top of its profile, don't worry, I'll spit it out. That's at, I usually spit it out, 1544, is that we'd be looking to move back to its buy zone, which is also where the oscillator and change line is at. And that's between the range of 1458 to 1487. So which of these two is better out there? I would say with regard to daily, weekly, and monthly bottoming patterns, I like Nordic American tankers a bit better. but watch to see if it may hold up. It may hold up better than SBLK as well. Watch that daily time frame, which was just simply testing. If I'm not mistaken, it's oscillator. No, it was the GDX out there. It's testing its oscillator and change line, is my recollection, and that is true at 271. So I'd say I like the Nordic American tankers better than I do Star Bulk Carrier. I think that's what it is, SBLK out there. So hope that helps both of you guys out. And thanks for your request. DLO wanted to look at the Spot VIX Index. Let's go take a look at it. It is trading below its 50-day exponential moving average. So on this chart here that I put together, the daily time frame that is, the golden dash line out there is 1664. So prices rallied up into its oscillator and change line. Has found resistance there. But the key level to be watching today is 1664. Close above that would suggest that sellers are the ones that have control. I know looking at the markets, right? They're still trading to the downside. It sounds like the sellers have control, with the S&P being down 41 points, but maybe not. Spot VIX is below that 50-day exponential moving average out there, ELO. There's not much more for me to provide. If there was something specific you were looking for on the Spot VIX, please let me know what that is. Of course, most of those would come from my other charts, which right now are closed down. Nicholas wanted to take a look at Microsoft. So let's get up the chart. MSFT, obviously, is the ticker symbol. We've got Microsoft that is trading out at 410.92. And Microsoft is traded, has been below for a period of over a week, has been below the bottom of its daily profile. For the last week, it's been below its breakout level at 418.27. So what in the Sam heck is holding this up? Now, that is a great question. We're going to go answer that question. It turns out that if we look at the weekly time frame chart, that price is trading into its buy zone. So it is the buy zone of the weekly time frame. It's bullish structured buy zone between the areas of 408.86 and 415.45. Those are where the buyers are located. The low so far for the week has been 408.66. The bottom of the profile is 408.86 out there. So support is holding. That's why the daily's doing what it's doing out there. If that level were to fail, then 404.51 would become the next price target. And that is from the weekly chart as well, and that is a TD9 count breakout level. From a monthly standpoint, we've had 2 months to the downside. We can see that Microsoft typically likes, even in bullish modes, to trade to the downside for typically 3 months in a row. We did get a 2-month move lower back in July and August of 2024 out there. But it's not, it would not be unusual for Microsoft to trade lower for 3 months in a row out there. Well, if that's going to happen, 404.51 would likely be the level that would break. Nicholas, when we come back to this break, we'll go take a look at the Dow for you. We'll take a look at NVIDIA for Eddie as well. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pros pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Actually, to take a look at the Dow, I'm going to do this on a different screen, so I've got to change my screens here. In the meantime, should be a great weekend. We got the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday. Saturday, Burton Cummings is in town, for those of you down here in South Florida. If you don't know who Burton Cummings is, he and Randy Bachman started the Guess Who. I've seen Randy Bachman. I believe that Burton is on his own. I've seen Randy Bachman on his own tour, and he's amazing. He really puts on a great show. I haven't seen him now. That last time I saw him was probably a decade ago or so. He's probably close to his 80s at this stage of the game. So we're looking forward to seeing, going forward to listening to some of the old music that I love out there, and seeing Burton Cummings out there. But we wanted to take a look at the Dow Equity Future. Well, really the Dow charts out here, which I think was what Nicholas was asking about. So we take a look at these Dow charts here. First, we start with the Equity Future contract. You can see the TD9 count top. It is still in place out here. And we can see that price is just simply consolidating with inside its profile. We began the week with a test of the bottom of that profile at 44,374. We're trading below its green oscillator and change line. There's no reason for it to not go test that level again, 44,374. In the case of the Dow Jones Industrial Average for its cash indice, we don't have profile levels here. So that's why we rely on the future contracts that really help us understand where support and resistance is. Now, they trade at different values out there. But this is why we use the futures contracts. The level of support now for the Dow, the cash indice would be all the way down where it broke out at 42,927.76. We're not going there. Not saying that is what is going to happen, but it does look like we may head lower out there if we close below that green oscillator and change line at day's end. That number 44,595. The diamonds, the Dow diamonds, also has that TD9 count top out there, and price is trading with inside its profile. It has a buy zone, and the buy zone is between 441.35 and 442.35. And the equal weight Dow, it also is trading it's trading with inside its profile, trading below its oscillator and change line. Watch 37.76 at day's end. If a price does close below it, it increases the odds of a move back to its buy zone. That's between 37.36 and 37.45 out there. So that's what I see, Nicholas. When we take a look at all of the Dow charts, they give you a decent feel for what they are communicating to you and I. Eddie wants to take a look at NVIDIA. So if you give me a moment. Oh, that was the same color out there. Interesting. Okay. So let's get back to Stevie's other charts. Now I have to figure out where the same heck did I put NVIDIA. I put it right here. So we take a look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA looks like it may end the week above its oscillator and change line, red oscillator and change line. So that's a good thing. It's trading with inside its weekly profile. Now, what we know about NVIDIA, what we know with certainty, with clarity, is that 114.86 is support. And 114.86 is the weekly TD9 count breakout level. We had price gap down. We had price test that this week, and that level has held. Now what price is doing is it's rallying up towards the top of its weekly profile, 131.60. Is that going to be the extent of the move? I don't know the answer to the question. What I do know is if we close above yesterday's high, we're trading above it by like a penny or so. Yesterday's high right now, well, it won't change, was 128.77. If we close above yesterday's high out there, did I get the right number? Just want to make sure that I gave you the right number. 128.77. If we close above 128.77, we'll have 4 consecutive days to the upside. As if I'll expand out the chart, you'll see what I'm looking at too. And those typically 4 days to the upside is typically the extent of the rally from a consecutive standpoint on a daily basis. We do see a couple of 5s and 1 6 out here. So it looks like NVIDIA on a daily basis is at least getting ready for a short-term top, maybe more than that. There is this consolidation, measured move, so it still suggests getting back to 105, but we're not going there until we see a close below 114.86 out there. And he also wanted to take a look at Vertex. Let me see where I may have stuck that. Wasn't there. And it's here. So Vertex Pharmaceuticals as well. So we take a look at Vertex. It formed a new profile yesterday. So Eddie, you've got resistance up at 485.71, top of its profile. And you have support, kind of a support zone. Support with certainty 455.21. The support zone between 455 and 467 out there. Steve, my window. Oh, you're seeing the window wallpaper. I forgot to change that back. Shoot. Sorry about that, folks. I know that was a dangerous thing to do, but thank you, Inside the Den. So, and I closed out those Dow charts. I'll figure something out. So here we take a look at, and I didn't. Well, okay, I'll redo the charts for NVIDIA. So here we take a look at Vertex. You can see it has a wave number 7 confirmed daily top out there. Price is now below the top of its daily profile. Again, a profile that formed yesterday, somewhat bullish, slightly bullish in structure. Its next level of support is going to be 467.41. Below that, around 458 and change, and below that 455, which is the bottom of its daily profile out there. On a weekly time frame, Vertex Pharmaceuticals rallied right up into profile resistance. 476.46 is its number. On a monthly time frame, it's testing this oscillator and change line. That's a resistance level right now, 479.78. So you got resistance daily, weekly, and monthly out there. On the daily, the resistance just simply because it created the top, that wave number 7 top. So it does look like it wants to pull back. This is all would be day number 2 to the downside. If this thing is still in bullish motion, then today could be it with regard to retracements out there. Let me get back to NVIDIA, so Eddie can see what we were taking a look at. We were looking at basically its oscillator and change line, which price has overcome. It overcame it yesterday in the daily time frame, and that is a bullish signal out there. I mentioned of the days out here. This would be day number 4. As we take a look at the bottom portion of the chart out here, you'll see a lot of 4-bar rallies, but you also see a couple of 5s and 1 6-bar rally out there. And that's why we're suggesting that this is likely to come to a halt. And you've got that profile resistance on the weekly at 131.60 out there. So it was just with regard to the Dow. Those Dow charts showed up here. This is the cash indice. I'm just going to put up the Dow equity future contract out here because that one's going to give you really the best information out here. We'll have for the daily, the weekly, the monthly. We'll see what's going on a 30-minute basis. So on that daily time frame, you're going to have a TD9 count once it populates. A TD9 count with price consolidating with inside its profile. And that profile ranges between 44,374 and 45,227 out there. On a 30-minute time frame, we don't see any kind of a bottom signal here, price below profile support and everything. So no reason for it not to continue to head lower. But it also uses its dance steps, its tempo out here, its cadence. You see, it's not just a number of bars to the downside. We're in 3 bars to the downside. This has basically had at least a bit of a rally after 4 to 5 bars to the downside out there. So just keep that in mind. You can see an A to B equals CD pattern on the 30-minute time frame. Has it completed at least the 1-to-1 level? That's a great question. Let's answer that question for us. There's your A to B line. Let's move this over to the C point. We'll do that here in a moment. It does look like it has a little bit more room to run to the downside before it gets to that 1-to-1 level. Is that true? It is close to true. So the projection level around 44, 46, it really takes us back to that swing point from 10:30 in the morning back on February 5th out there down at 44, 467. So what the Dow 30-minute chart is going to need, a bullish reversal candle. Should price get down to that level, then that would confirm a Gartley buy pattern out there. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. When we come back to this break, we're going to take a look at Snap and Goro. One for Bob in Spokane and the other for Marty. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. So if we take a look at Snap, this for Bob in Spokane. And Bob, I think that the chart on the left-hand side, the monthly chart, doesn't that really tell us the picture of what's going on inside of Snap here? It's been in a sideways consolidation mode really ever since a TD9 count bottom. Not that TD9 count bottom held back in July of 2022. So basically for almost 3 years now, this has been pretty much dead money. It's rallied in between 1078 to 1707. Now you're at the bottom or towards the bottom of that consolidation pattern out here. And I refer to that by looking at the daily time frame chart. What we can also see is even a shorter term consolidation inside of Snap. And that's between its breakout level of 1040 that was tested and rejected yesterday and held, and the TD9 count breakdown resistance level of 1274. And of course, you look at that weekly chart, you see consolidated sideways move out there. So snap is just in a big old-fashioned consolidation pattern. If you're going to try to take a position in it, then you do it down here towards the bottom of the consolidation, basically about right now or so. And of course, you could break through the consolidation, but that's what it's been doing, is just simply trading sideways. Marty wants to take a look at ticker symbol GORO. Kind of reminds me of Garo. I miss Garo. I haven't heard from Garo for a long time. But with regard to Goro, it's forming a TD9 count bottom pattern right here, right now. Today is bar number 9. That says this pattern will go ahead and complete on Monday. Price is below profile support out there. What should unfold is price should rally up towards that oscillator and change line. Happens to be sitting at the bottom of that daily profile. 37 cents. You're trading at 30 cents right now. What's the downside? If the TD9 count pattern doesn't take hold, it would be 22 cents. The TD9 count breakout level. We look at the weekly time frame chart. Weekly time frame chart forms a TD9 count top. It does it at breakdown resistance, 47 cents. This is suggesting that price will pull back towards the 24 to 26 level out there. Maybe even get down to 14 to 16 cents. So that's what I see. You got a TD9 count bottom pattern that's forming today inside of GORO. Folks, stay tuned for all the great programming. Have a fabulous weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl. And I'll look forward to seeing you on Monday. Take care.